welcome back to the Man United fans. Dan and some Manchester United news now for you guys. Ashley Young is in some Manchester United contract. He is now to get a new deal at a new contract at Manchester United now. So in my opinion, this is an interesting one because should we keep Young or should we not keep Young? It is a massive question at the moment because right now. Young is struggling a bit at Manchester United, which is disappointing and stuff to really witness. And, we want all the players to, do well at Manchester United. Ashley Young isn't doing that well right now. He is doing alright. He has been a bit sloppy in our defence recently. It's not just Ashley. The whole defence have been really sloppy this season. And, I think something's got to change at this club. It really does. Look, right now, it's not right. If you look at our defence, it's just really sloppy. And look at the goals we concede. It all comes down to our defence for not putting enough effort in or anything. And, they're there bloody half asleep, not caring about anything. And I just find it absolutely frustrating. It's really, really frustrating to witness what's happening right now at Manchester United with our defensive issues and stuff that is going on at this club. And it is starting to get more frustrating as it goes on. So, and we really do have to work on our defence. But, I think Valencia should probably come back in for Ashley. I think, Valencia does do a lot better. You could take Luke Shaw out and then you put Ashley Young in left back. And then we have Valencia on the right. But the centre-backs have got to change. We have to have Bailey in there, in my opinion. We really do. I think Smalling's got to be taken out. Lindelof's a joke as well. So I'm saying that at least one of them have to be taken out of this Manchester United side. Look, we have to have a set starting 11, and right now this seems to be our set defence. We've got a set defence. Left backs, Luke Shaw. Centre backs are Smalling and Lindelof, and right backs Ashley Young. It's not a good defence. It's not a strong defence that we should use at Manchester United. It's not a good enough Manchester United team. It just ruins a lot of stuff with these four idiots as our defenders. I'm fine with Luke Shaw, but I've got a bit of a problem with Smalling and Lindelof in it. And Ashley Young is starting to get on my nerves a bit as well. And look, there really has to be a change if we want to go, and we need to be, and if the boys want to win trophies, because this isn't a defence that can win trophies. We're a defensive side, and we have a rubbish defence. We've got a defence right now at Manchester United who can't bloody defend, and that's the thing which I don't understand. We got a defence you can't defend. It's something that just really has to be worked on, is our defence and stuff. It is absolutely ridiculous, and there's got to be changes at Manchester United and everything. Get a set starting 11. But should we give Ashley Young a new contract? Because, I would definitely prefer Valencia to get the game time over him, as I think he's more of a player that should. We have got to remember that Valencia is getting old now, so, it's going to make life a lot tougher for him. He's probably going to come out with a few more injuries and stuff now. But look, you could play Dalot, but Dalot's young. He's still building up. He's a 19-year-old, and should we give Dalot the chance? Maybe we should. But look, we shouldn't waste all our time on Ashley Young, because for me, Ashley Young isn't great. He may be quite fast. He may be a player that can just go on and run the ball up the wing. But at the end of the day, we need defenders who can actually defend. And at the end of the day, Ashley Young's going a bit too far up, and then he has to track back, and it just makes it all a disaster in our defence, because it's not right, and our defenders don't know what they're doing. You've got Smalling, who has no skill, just dribbles up the field, loses the ball. Then he's too slow, he can't get back in time. It's the exact same problem with Lindelof. Luke Shaw's quite fast, but still he can't get back. He runs it up the field, and then the opposition can win it back and start a counter attack, and that's a problem at Manchester United. So we've got to have more, fast defenders. Valencia's quite a fast one. Bailey's really good at just getting stuck in and going for those tackles. He may not be that fast. He's good at going for the tackles. If you look at Smalling, he's not that fast, and he isn't very good at, going for those tackles. If you look at Lindelof, it's like the exact same problem. He's not that fast. He can't really go for those tackles. And, in my opinion, change the bloody centre-backs. I mean, I'm not saying put Rocker in there. Play Bailey for either Smalling or Lindelof, because I'm not happy with our defence right now, though. It's not right. I mean, but look, we are talking about Ashley Young. I don't know whether I would replace Valencia for him, but the main thing is, what would Mourinho do? He would probably keep Valencia out this conclusion, to be honest with you. He would probably play Ashley Young over him, as, knowing Mourinho, he makes quite a few wrong decisions, but at the end of the day, we have to go with them. We have to go with the stupid decisions that Mourinho goes on and makes. So, and I know it is really annoying, and it's just ridiculous, though. I think Valencia deserves more game time than Ashley Young. He's more experienced. He knows what he's doing more, and he's been a Manchester United player for years. He's no captain. He can't be Manchester United captain. The thing is, he's a better player than Ashley Young. He is our best right back in the team, and he probably is. He's a really key player to this Manchester United side, and if you look, Valencia's really good at assisting and stuff. If you look at Shaw, is he good at assisting? No. If you look at Young, is he? No, not really. Well, we also need someone who can run it up and who's got skill and can actually, whip them into the box, and we can actually get opportunities from it. If you look at Young, he's not one of those. Shaw's not one of those either. So, we do need one of those team leaders at the back. For me, in my opinion, Valencia leads the back. He may not communicate that much. He leads the back. He knows what he's doing. He really, really does. He's got the skill, he's got the pace, and he's capable of whipping them in. But, when you get older, he's going to get worse and worse as he does get older. But hopefully Valencia can still hold on to that for a few more years, though. But while we just go on and we build Ashley Young up, we need to build Luke Shaw, because they may be good players, but there's lots of stuff that they have to work on. There's stuff that Valencia has to work on, but right now for me, he should be one of our first choice. He should be our first choice right back. I think Luke Shaw should definitely play over Ashley Young. He knows what he's doing more than Ashley Young. Ashley Young is starting to get to my nerves. So yeah, keep Luke Shaw in as our first choice left back, and then just put Valencia in. But there's lots of people questioning on Dalot and stuff. It's the thing with Mourinho. You buy players, you don't play them because he's a youngster. I saw something that Fred is unhappy at Manchester United. I don't believe that he's unhappy. It's probably a fake news report, but Fred he shouldn't want to leave already. But if he does, then it's all down to Mourinho for not giving the game time. Because I saw it. Fred's unhappy with the amount of game time that he's getting, and I disagree on the amount of game time he's getting. I think Fred should definitely be getting more game time than he's getting right now. I totally do disagree on it. He's got to be playing for Marouane Fellaini, or take Matic out, take Herrera out, keep Pogba in. But after all, our centre midfield, in my opinion, should probably be Paul Pogba. I think Fred should be in there, and I'm not sure who I would play out of Herrera and Matic. I wouldn't play Fellaini. He's just too slow, and he's probably the worst centre midfielder that we've got at Manchester United right now. So for me, Mourinho has to work his ideas, because in my opinion, he doesn't really know what he's doing right now at Manchester United. So, and it's starting to really get really frustrating with Jose Mourinho. I'm really frustrated with him. So please, he just needs to change something at this club, because it's not good enough. It really isn't good enough. And look, we're meant to be Manchester United. We're meant to be a winning side, and right now, it's just ridiculous. Get a set lineup as well. We've got a set defence, but it's not good enough. But we don't have a set lineup. Mourinho's coming on. He's at least making 3 changes every game, which is really annoying. Even if we get a really good result and stuff, and our team plays really well, Mourinho still makes changes. He hasn't kept a set side this whole season. This season, there hasn't been a side that has been kept the same whatsoever 2 games in a row. He's at least made 2 or 3 changes. And it's not right. If you look at the other teams, they don't really make much changes. They have set lineups, and it's just the thing that we do struggling at Manchester United. I mean, it is the players as well, though. It's not all Mourinho, because sometimes the players perform well, sometimes they don't perform well. That's the thing with our players. It does make life a lot harder for Jose Mourinho as well, though. But, in my opinion, the players do have to work harder for him, though. It isn't all Mourinho, but, I blame Mourinho. Mourinho's got to take responsibility. But for me, the players have got to take more responsibility of how they play. I mean, I had a few comments saying it's not Mourinho's fault against Man City. I'm telling you, Mourinho has to be blamed for that. He was one that told them to sit back, play part of the bus, and just track back the whole time. He was one that tells them to do it. But look, you can see on the field still, though, you still can see that the players have to put in more effort. You can just tell. I mean, you can tell it's Mourinho, and you can tell it's the players. Look, we can tell, and it is starting to frustrate me. It's frustrating everyone right now, Manchester United. All of us Manchester United fans are really, really frustrated right now with the players, with the board, with Jose Mourinho, and for me, there really has to be a change of manager. We need a manager who can motivate the players and that the players want to play under, and, we need an attacking manager who can have a set lineup and stuff, and knows what they're doing in defence. Because right now our defence is really weak. We need a stronger defence, because right now we probably have got one of the weakest defences in the league. We used to have a really strong defence when Fergie was here. It was really, really strong, probably the strongest defence in the league, and now we've probably got one of the worst defences in the league. So there's got to be changes at Manchester United. Ever since Moyes came, our defence was dreadful. Van Gaal, dreadful. Mourinho, dreadful. It's just been dreadful ever since Mourinho's got here. It's starting to actually really, really frustrate me now. So please change something around Mourinho, because we got the international break. Mourinho's got to be sat there thinking of plans. He can't just be there sunbathing, reading a newspaper. He can't. He has to just be there thinking about what's he going to do? He can't just use it as a massive rest. He knows how badly we've been playing, and that the football's not right, and that we're not getting the results that we deserve as a club. So Mourinho, as he needs to think about his actions at this club. He really does need to think about his actions, and that he needs to make sure that we can win. As he's Manchester United manager, take some responsibility. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to end the video here. So thanks for watching the video, the Man United fans. Dan, I will speak to you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.